What's up, everybody? There's a GORN update coming at you today, we hope. GORN is Freelive's first VR game, and we're really excited at how well it's been doing so far. We've sold over 50,000 copies on Steam, and there's an incredible community that's rallied around it with really positive feedback. So it's really exciting for all of us. And the team have been working super hard on making sure that you guys have some fresh content for the December holidays.
So we were worried when we first released GORN that the fists weren't big enough. So we made an even bigger metal fist.
Since we last chatted, we finalized the designs for the cestus. This is the Super Punch cestus. These are the Claw cestus. This is the Grapple cestus. And these are the mobility jump cestus.
This kind of like really modifies the way that people can interact with the game and the type of violent shenanigans they can get up to. What?
The type of stuff they can get up to.
Shenanigans.
I guess the Gibbs and the Gore is like one of the bigger things on this update. So Ron's done some really fantastic things with the blood. We've added in some guts. We've got some of these organs just popping out with the hidden Easter eggs removed. It becomes a lot more entertaining. The slow motion kills are so much more entertaining. So this is the Gorn character. We basically place these little pieces of mesh inside of the Gorn guy. Ruan basically uses a particle force to kind of emit these. They're categorized in different sections. These all get attached to the rig. This kind of sits underneath the actual mesh and gets emitted off of the mesh when there's something collides with it. And we've put some Easter eggs in there that we kind of hope no one will figure out, but if they do, that's a bonus.
So I've heard there's one specific one that someone's already found.
We're not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah, we're not allowed to talk about it, but it's...
People need to experience it firsthand.
Mysterious.
Is it mysterious?
Something that isn't really being shown as a lead feature because it's not very visually apparent is the new animation system.
If there's one thing I learned working on GORN, it's how fucking hard walking actually is.
So the character's animations has been reworked from scratch.
Walking is really hard, okay?
You kind of have to find a balance with what you simulate and what you don't simulate. He at least needs to look vaguely human while he's walking.
I literally have to tell the dude every update for him exactly where to move his foot and how to bend his legs and stuff.
It's a much better simulation of a character now rather than a puppet on strings.
Those white things are the guides where the feet are trying to go. He's kind of modeled as a character with actual muscles.
So I can better simulate things like different strengths for different characters. The way he moves and interacts with the world is driven in a much more coherent way.
You ever went like swimming in the ocean and then like had to walk for really far?
Yes.
And you get to like chafe on your inner thigh? That's what happened to this guy.
The simulation is way more true, and that's something that I like. There is I feel like a pretty significant achievement for me.
And then another quirky thing that I thought would be quite fun to show would just be this gladiator. He's a tattooed berserker. He's super goofy. He's the guy who wears like the goat mask and has like the double flail. There's like funny little Easter eggs all over this guy. We've kind of had fun with this in a sense where we've added some Kira Droki on his body. So for the super fans, they can read through all the little secret messages and just decrypt them. We've overhauled the cell and the way that the options work, so that's a bit more interactive and less confusing.
Just making it look a little bit more in-universe, a little bit stronger, a little bit more defined. You can see it's kind of already happening here on the wood beams, on this frame. It's going to happen on the wood here as well. Working on creating a new elevator console. So we're replacing this with something that's going to far more closely match the frame on the elevator now. We're also planning on adding in new set decoration items. Spiderwebs make the whole place look a lot more dingy and hopefully a lot more complete.
We're adding a party mode so you can play local multiplayer with people with gamepads. Kind of everybody's against everybody. It's just a chaos, full-on chaos mode.
So when people are playing the game, there needs to be information being displayed, which is going to be like a kill count, and then obviously different colors, which would indicate the different players. Every time you kill a gladiator, you kind of get a little bit stronger, and once you kill 5, you charge up.
We've also been working on trying to improve the low violence mode in the game. It started out just replacing all the blood with candy. We had them show us skeletons for a while, but skeleton doesn't quite show everything that's happening in the game because there's a lot of interactions with the volume of the character, and the skeleton lacks volume, so the hitboxes are off and stuff. So we're gonna try get them to look like proper pinatas. And I think the game is still fun without the gore. And this will allow it to be played by more people in more places, hopefully, and just be a little bit of fun for everybody else.
Luke wanted to do the key art, so that's his task.
Luke wanted to do the key art.
So,
No one asked him to. He just wanted to.
I definitely didn't ask him. Just seemed like yeah, anyway. So Luke's doing the key art.
This is thumbnails that we started out with for the key art. We really just wanted to like lay out some kind of compositions and also try and include all the new weapons and features.
We were looking at them and then we were just like, yeah, they actually work together. There's like lots of little pieces. So kind of just mashed them up to form a composition. I just took some of Luke's sketches and I cut them up to kind of have this flow and composition to get the 3 main focal points and also see how the eye flows on the image according to the logo, which is obviously very important.
Marcel and I are huge fans of the same artist, a guy named Frank Frazetta.
Frank Frazetta is like, I think, a pretty fitting artist to like take inspiration from, just because he like generally focuses on like great anatomy, especially male like bodybuilder type figures, which works well.
Our major goal is to just figure out stuff that's working here and stuff that isn't. We took all of these into our final piece, and you can see kind of artifacts of individual pieces posed in a way that's a lot better and set up kind of our 3 major actors.
There's a lot of things to remember. It's not just like making a beautiful piece of artwork, but like making something that fits for what it's intended for. It's not portrait, it's landscape, and it's going to be crushed super small on a Steam page.
It's making some progress with the key art, but we still got a lot of work to do.
GORN is very closely developed with community assistance. It's been that way since the very first version.
As we make stuff, we're releasing it, and we have this insane group of people that are just so eager to like test things and give us feedback.
Most of the features that have been implemented since early access have been driven by community suggestions.
It's so good to get reliable, solid feedback.
Having a community behind the game that is as stoked on it as they are is very motivating.
Big shout out to the community, especially the guys on the Discord channel. Bye, I'm gonna go now.
Cat claws, like stabbing claws.
Really big, shining diamonds.
Like stabbing claws. Well, I've broken your ability to speak as well.
Now you have. Stuff they can get us.
Shenanigans. United States of America.
Fucking hell. That's what I was saying.